in this audience is at potential risk of losing money in terms of your trash habits. I know it sounds crazy, but being green or eco-friendly actually is sustainable to maybe your pockets and the environment. So, today, I want to talk to you guys about a trash problem. I am Tello, and that is what I will be doing. So we have an issue, the landfill. The landfill itself isn't the issue, we're just filling it up too quick, so the trash is our problem. And I have a way that we can take a small step to a greater goal. That is through composting. I'm sure everyone here has heard of that, and there might be some, ideas, thoughts, negative, positive on that. But I'm here to tell you the positives and the idea that we can reach this goal because it is easy, accessible, and pretty cheap. I don't want to try to reach impractical goals. That'll make it impossible to take these small steps to bigger, better ideas. And I think we can do this with one idea paired with an action. So that idea is using what we already have and what's readily available. Not creating new things, but using what's already here. That already in itself is sustainable, and the action, like I said, is composting. So, there are two ways to do this, both pretty much the same process. There is the easy way and the easier way. I do the easier way because it is basically half the process, but the first way is to do everything at home. And what composting is literally taking what comes from the ground, putting it back in the ground to then regrow new things, hopefully. So the first way is this. You have some kind of container, you have your greens, your browns, your water, and your air, and you just manage that to make sure you get soil. Then boom, you can use that for whatever you want, whatever you want to do with soil. Then the second way is the way that I go, because sometimes we need it a little bit easier. You're essentially cutting that practice in half, and you're doing it like this. You have some kind of container, you fill it up with your food scraps, you take it out into the green bin that everyone should have, and then it gets picked up. And when that happens, this is our compost, and when that happens, the green bin literally just gets taken to another compost facility or an anaerobic decomposition facility, either to make soil amendments or to make natural gas. And this is a perfect example of an easy, sustainable change we can make. So, why is this important? Food represents over 21% of the waste that we generate. And that is a bad thing, because number one, it creates a very harmful greenhouse gas called methane. Methane is very potent, and it contributes to heat in the air. Whether or not how you want to view that, I hope you view it as a bad thing, because it also takes up way too much space. We don't need to be taking up space in the landfill with food when that could be used to regenerate. It also could potentially cost us money. The EPA even says, some haulers lower fees if wasted food is separated from the trash and sent to an organics recycling facility instead of the landfill. So now your money is at stake too. The environment with greenhouse gases, your money, and space. And I know all of you guys know space is very valuable. I'm sure a lot of us are homeowners and landowners. You don't want to waste that. Square footage is money. So this is all very important, and it's very easy to do. So this is a negative cycle that we want to prevent. Food thrown in the trash, goes to the landfill, takes up space, creates methane gas, which is a greenhouse gas, heat in the atmosphere, while all potentially costing us money. So, now that I've dumped facts, ideas, and suggestions all on you right now, what will you do? I really hope that you can take the next step in looking at any of these resources I've provided you with. These hopefully will answer any questions that you have, because it really is not hard. We started composting a few weeks ago, and my family of currently 3 right now, with 2 sisters gone, has been able to fill up one 5-gallon bucket every single week. Now, if 10 families did that for a year, filled up just one 5-gallon bucket, that is 2,600 gallons of waste saved from the landfill. That could be used for soil or other things when it does not need to be there. I also hope that you would adopt the group mindset, not a solo mindset that says, oh, this is fine, just one time, one thing, because it's not. You need to think about everyone else, because when we're taking care of the earth, we're taking care of each other, and that is very important. So, I know this won't solve everything, this won't solve every problem we have. There's war going on, there's mass destruction, there's much bigger fish to fry, but I really hope that you would see this in the way that I do, because why not? What's the alternative? Not potentially diverting hundreds of pounds of food waste from the landfill, not potentially starting a chain reaction that would hopefully inspire other people to do similar things, because it really does take small steps. It is that effective. And I want to leave you guys with one more thing before I go. Something that I just kind of came up with. It says, sustainable changes aren't harder, they're simply